Hey, this is Retired Geek Woman Adventures with Rhiannon, Stardew Valley, Retired Slow Play, part number 103. And we're going to take up right where we left off, which is day number 18 of winter in year number 3. While we're doing our morning chores, we're going to do some introduction here. First off, welcome to all my new subscribers. Oh my gosh, you guys. Every single morning I check and there's new people and it makes me so excited and gets a big smile on my face while I'm having my cup of tea. So thank you so much for taking the time to hit that subscribe button. Sometime during this video there's going to be a secret word of the day, so I want you to use that secret word of the day in the comments down below this video. So be creative, have fun with it, and make my day, because when I see that people do it, I just smile ear to ear. So thank you for playing. This is a retired slow play, and what that means is that I slow down and enjoy the game. And I haven't seen this on any YouTubes that I watch, and that's why I created this, because these are chill games and I don't see people playing them in a chill manner. So if you want to use that word, that's what it is. Really quickly here, Feast of the Winter Star is coming up, and basically it's telling us that we have a secret friend that we're going to give a gift to, and this is giving us a heads up. Our secret friend is Jody. It'll be on the 25th of winter. And that's kind of a Secret Santa equivalent, where you have a secret friend that you give a gift to. My gift is Jody, and then I get one. It's always exciting to see who it is. I've gotten some pretty interesting gifts, very surprisingly. I wanted to continue on with the retired slow play about slowing down and enjoying the game. That does not mean that I don't have a plan. All of my games that I'm playing, I have a plan for the playthrough. And in this particular case, I'm going to play through 100% completion. Very soon we're going to be able to see how we can know that. But just know that we will, and that's when I'll consider this playthrough complete. And it's going to be quite a while. We've got a lot of content to get through. And we're going to have fun doing it. So if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate that, and also like my videos. Between those and comments made, it makes YouTube like me better, and of course then they'll show my videos to more people, but also it validates that I'm doing something that other people besides me find interesting. So thank you for all of that. On my main YouTube page, there's a community tab, and if you check that out, then it has all kinds of information, announcements, if I'm going to add a game. I post pictures of my cat sometimes. I do polls to ask you guys your opinion about things. And recently I made a big announcement on my channel. It's all on the community tab, so go check that out. The About tab has my upload schedule, so you can see which games I'm playing and when I'm uploading them. There's also a playlist, and the playlist it's all obviously organized by the game that I'm playing, the games that I'm playing, and it also I have a review playlist where you can review games. You can see reviews of games that I've played in the past that I'm very passionate about and want to share with. It'll show how to get the game, how to start up the game, and some of the gameplay, and then my review of the game. So check that out sometime if you want. Also, I do have a Patreon account if you want to help out a retired senior gamer. So thank you so much for listening to all of my housekeeping while I'm doing the morning chores. So I had noticed that when I went into the greenhouse that our star fruits were ready. So I only have, each of those watering sprinklers can do 24 plants. So obviously the other 3 plots are all ancient fruit, but this is the star fruit. And the upside of star fruit is that that's the most lucrative wine that you could have, the most lucrative fruit. When you make it into wine and you age it for 54 days, the first time you see how much this is, it's like, holy moly, it's a lot. Unfortunately, you have to replant it. You got to go put them through a seed maker and replant it. So I kind of mostly do the ancient fruit, but always one plot of that star fruit wine. I'm all about variety on my farm. And in the springtime, you're going to see what that looks like. We'll have a main crop in the middle. We'll have multiple harvest crops around the edges, and then later in the season when we can't grow any more of the main fruit because it takes too long, we grow other stuff. and I like doing that. Nobody could ever say that I get bored playing this game because I mix it up. So that's my explanation for it. So we're going to keep all the starred cheeses down here in the cellar, and when the middle row, which is cheeses, is ready, we'll fill them up again. The little wedges are cow milk cheese. The larger ones are the goat cheese, and they're more about profitable. The ones with no stars, we're going to hang on to them and put them in this chest, and we use those to go into the mines when we need to go get whatever ore or something. It really does a really good job of filling your life back up. So that's why I hang on to that, and put our duck feather and our mayonnaise in there, and start off with the morning lower chores. So I have the upper chores and the lower chores. The morning chores, the upper chores obviously are the animals and the sheds and all that stuff. Down below we've got the worm bin, and looks like we've got some oak resin ready, I think, from our tapped trees. And think about extending that a bit. I think I have enough to make enough of the deluxe speed grow, but I'm not sure if I'm growing enough to cover the whole field, and I'm not sure. It seems like it. There's 15 at a time, and we can use that with the coral to make the deluxe speed grow. So I'm not sure if I need to do more. If I don't, I haven't decided what to do with the area below the trees. I got to do something so we don't keep accidentally growing trees there. That area there to the left of the other trees, I'm thinking about making either just grass, because I always grow extra grass to fill my silos, or I might do trees, like for harvesting, for chopping down. So have like a forest, like, every other row is growing at a different rate, and I chop that row down and replant. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that or not. It's what I'm thinking about. So maybe half and half, I don't know. Right now we have more than enough hay from our grass to feed our animals. So we'll check this when it gets closer to the end of the season and see how we're doing. So eventually the barn is going to be full. There's only 3 animals in there right now. Eventually they're going to propagate, and there will be 12. So we just have to make sure that between that and the coop, which already has 12 animals in it, that we have enough to feed them. So we'll make sure. Right now what I'm doing is collecting some items to take in for gifting. So wintertime is a great time to work on your relationships, because you do have some chores, but you don't have nearly as many chores as you would during the regular season, where you're either planting or gathering the harvest from the Junimos who run around and grab everything for you. So I don't know. I think it's just a good time. I don't know why. I spend more time making friendships in the winter than I do other seasons, which is kind of silly, but it's just, something, I guess I designate that in my head that this is the time to do that. So what I'm doing here is like, oh my gosh, I started to run around and give gifts. It's Thursday. I don't think I can. All the people except Haley, we can't give gifts to. So it's like, oh my gosh. I forget to check what day it is when I'm running around deciding what I'm going to do that day. I forget to double check, especially when it's gift giving, because you can only give them 2 gifts a week. So I'd already done that, and I forgot that I already done that. So I was like, daggone it. So, how frustrating. Well, we'll find something else to do. There's plenty of things to do. So anyway, I went and put everything back. It's like, okay, well, while I'm thinking about that, I'm going to pop into this chest and fill up our charcoal kiln and our furnaces to keep those cranking. And I've said this so many times, but I keep saying it because I used to do this. I didn't make sure that I had enough bars of whatever kind, and if you don't keep them going, then when you need some, you're short. And that happened early on when we didn't have enough iridium and we were waiting for more iridium than it. So anyway, I want to make sure I'm never getting short on those. So if someone needs one, or I need to make something that requires bars, I want to make sure that I have those bars ready. So, by the way, there's my tulip right up there. That's I planted that, and now that will remain right there forever unless I accidentally pick it. Let's hope I don't. So I wanted to point that out, that it finally did pop, and we don't have to water it anymore. But we do have to water the other ones that are growing up in the greenhouse. Those those flowers need to be watered until they pop as well. So it's obvious that I am gathering my stuff and I'm going to the mine today, the regular mine. That's not such a hard thing for us to do anymore because our skills have gone up, and we've had maybe another improvement on that. I think that our skills, almost all of our skills, are at 10 except for one, which I think is combat. I'm pretty sure. We'll have to double check that next time I think of it. So let's go ahead and go down to level 80. What I'm looking for is iron ore. When I had checked my ore earlier, the raw iron ore, or I'm sorry, gold ore. Gold ore was pretty low, and I thought, you know what, let's go get some. And first things first, I'm getting attacked by creatures. It's like, really, guys? The first level we go to, hopefully there'll be a lot of gold ore. I said iron, I meant gold, I'm sorry. That's the one that we had the lowest of. So you can check the wiki. There's lots of links down below in each video for you. And the wiki is one of the most important ones. Let's see, if I want to go find gold ore, and I don't know for sure where it is, I can go to the wiki, type in gold ore. Look at that, we got 4 with that one hit, so that's pretty good. So you can go to the wiki, type in gold ore, and it will tell you where you can find it, or where there's an abundance of it. And in this case, there's an abundance at levels 80 and below. I want to say higher, but 80, 81, 82, going down, there's more. So that's why I'm coming here and looking for stone and gold ore. And if I get those geodes, all the better. That may get us some things that we need. So this looks like a good level. Got those big stones give you 10. 3 hits and you got 10 stone. That's pretty cool. And let's see what we got here. 4. I don't know. Are we on a good luck day or something? I never check because it doesn't matter. I'm going to go even if it's unlucky or bad. It tells me my luck is bad. You find out your luck by looking at the TV. Oh, got a gold piece on a regular stone. That works for me. And some iron ore. Wow. This seems like a pretty good level. And also I want to apologize. I have a sore throat today. I don't know what the deal is. I don't have a cold or anything. I do have seasonal allergies sometimes, but I think this is from, at the time of this recording, we've had a lot of problems with the smoke fallout from Canadian fires that have gotten all the way down to the Midwest, which is where I'm at. And I think that's what it is. It's messing up my throat really bad, making me cough a lot because I refuse to shut my house up, which I really should do. But I don't like air conditioning. I only turn it on when I have to. So anyway, I think that's where that's coming from. And there's a magna geode. Awesome. So, and another one. Oh my gosh, that's pretty cool. So we got 3 geodes so far. Geodes give us all kinds of things. Sometimes they give us absolutely nothing, like a piece of stone or 1 piece of clay or something like that. But sometimes it gives us artifacts, which we need to take to the museum. So we can fill that museum up and stop thinking about it. So this one's got some annoying little buggies. It's like, okay, I hate it when I just try to spin my mouse. I've talked about my mouse way too many times. I do have a mouse that seems to be going out and I need to replace it, but I'm holding off because most of the gaming mice that you find have way too many buttons and stuff on it. I just want a left button, a right button, a mouse wheel, a speed up and slow down. That's all I want, and a good one at that. So it's hard to find what I want, so I've procrastinated. So anyway, I bought this. This mouse came with my computer when I had it built, and I've put it off. So eventually, it's got to go. And because I do sometimes, it looks like I'm making mistakes sometimes, and it's not my fault. I'll spin, I won't click, it won't turn when I click, things like that. So I don't know. We'll see. Oh, come on. I hate bats. We do need bat wings for crafting eventually. We're not really using it much right now. But anyway, I hate slimes too, by the way. So I gotta tell you, I watch a number of people that play the games that I play. And so there's this one person that plays this game, and he grew a slime hutch on his farm. You can have a slime hutch. Yes, you can. You too can have slimes growing on your farm. So he followed this process all the way through until his slime hutch was full. And he has played a lot more hours than me. I think his number of videos is close to 200, something like that. And I love his comment. He was like, okay, now what? He is like me in that he doesn't get the point of having a slime hutch. If you think there's a reason why I should have a slime hutch, please tell me in the comments below. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. It doesn't make sense. What's the purpose of it? I don't like them. I get plenty of slime from the creatures that I kill, and so I don't get it. Please tell me why. I know a lot of people are crazy over them. I see them on people's farms all the time. I just don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me, so enlighten me. So we're getting all kinds of stuff here. We even got a ruby. We got 20 gold so far, and that's much better than we had been in the last couple times we've come to the mine. And I don't know if that's luck, bad luck. I don't know what that is about. I think I got more gold when I went to the quarry not too long ago, so I don't know. I guess it just decides to be stingy with us. So anyway, it's a good, go away, bat. It's a good way to spend our time. I couldn't get him any gifts today. I didn't have any extra farm work I wanted to do. So, you know, when you're deciding what to do each day, it varies. I have, like I said, I've got plans. I want to make sure I have plenty of ore in stock. There's like things I want to do. There's things I'm going to want to craft. So anyway, it's a good way to spend a midwinter day. We have got 10 more days left in the season, and I got lots of things that I'm going to be doing the rest of this winter, getting it in preparation for the spring, which I love springtime in real life, and I love springtime in this game too. It has that same feeling to me of everything waking up. I mean, I really don't care for the winter system here, how that the ground is always covered with snow, but I guess it makes sense. The ground doesn't really change during the mid-season anywhere that you go. So anyway, well, that's interesting. Our stairway is already ready there in case we need to make a quick escape. And I thought, okay, let's just go check and see. Oh, okay, we got a slime. What else do we got? And we're getting some good stone. I didn't need to get that stone stocked up, so that's a good thing. So this is a good run. Oh, I hate those little creature guys off to the left. You see them running around. And we got another omni geode. So these guys, you can only hurt them if they're facing a particular direction, and I can never remember which. In the meantime, they are doing damage to you. They are so uncool. But we got to deal with them, so we will. I mean, it's getting late. Wow, I didn't realize it was getting so late. But I want that piece of gold over there, so let's go take care of these couple things here. Look at this thing, it's so annoying. And there's a slime right there too. It's like, come on. I mean, look at my health. My health is even going way down. It's like, you're not... Oh, good, avoid essence. It was worth it. So let's get this gold and get the heck out of here. That's what I was thinking. It's getting way late, and I do not want to end up with a 2 a.m. falling asleep and having to pay $1,000 to get somebody to put you back to bed. That's so annoying. It's like, okay, go away, bat. I have no interest in you. There, I went down the stairs so I could go back up the stairs. I saw the stairs after I did that. Okay, fine, let's go. As I started to mention, this is the first time you've watched a video of Stardew Valley. I've seen it before. Now that it's 1 o'clock and I'm not in bed yet, when I do wake up, only half of the energy that I've lost, which I'm at half, it'll be at 3/4. And if I wait until 2 o'clock, you fall asleep and someone finds you and puts you to bed. So that's annoying. And it costs 1,000 gold, which ticks me off. So anyway, that's why I went to bed without putting anything away. But that's okay. It's now the 19th day of winter in year number 3. So we're going to get these morning chores done and then see where we're at. It's Friday. Oh, look at that cute little buddy over there. That's our little Rose. Fish tanks are going to eventually be full of the more rare fish. Right now I just put something in there to have something in there. There's no other reason. It's like, oh yeah, let's put away our mine equipment, which was our sword and our cheese. But man, we sure got a lot of resources, a bunch. So good morning there, little guy. That's Harvey Jr. And we need to water everything. So we got this coffee plant. I'm gonna grab the beans first and then water it. Those tea plants, the tea leaf plants that are right there, you don't have to ever water them. They just grow and they're awesome. And the last week of each, I think it's the last week of each season, they give you tea leaves, which you can use to make tea. And oh, look at all these beautiful flowers growing for us. Awesome. And you can also sell tea. So we'll see all of that's a whole new thing we haven't seen yet. So we'll wait till that happens. All right, let's see what we got in the mail. Oh, thank you, George, for 35 stone. George gave us a gift. Can you believe that? He's so awesome. George has become our bud, and he appreciates that we talk to him and spend the time. You know, he's one of those people that, you know, he's so grumpy when you first start. He's very, very grumpy. And as you work on the relationship, then he starts becoming more friendly, and he just sent us some stone as a gift. So, you know, we've been collecting stone, so that's cool. So let's see. All right, Jade. Okay, what do we got? 12. We need to get over 100 jade before we attempt the quest that is on our quest log, which Mr. Key sent us a message that there's something waiting for us on the 100th level of Skull Cavern, which is awful. So I'm going to show you how to get, I showed you how to get to the 25th floor without doing any fighting, without coming across any monsters. So I'm going to show you now how to get to the 100th floor. So I almost threw away that white algae, and I decided against it because in the early game we were selling all of the green algae and the seaweed that we were getting from fishing, and then we ended up needing a whole bunch of it. So we had to wait until we fished it all up. So I decided maybe we should get a stock of it. I mean, you never know. I had no idea that I was going to need it, and so it makes sense if you don't need to sell it for stuff for money, hang on to it, because you never know when you're going to need it for something you could not have anticipated. In this particular case, it was the fish ponds. We needed seaweed and the green algae to build fish ponds, so we had to go get it just to build it. It was so frustrating, so annoying. It's like, okay, I'm trying to click in a certain area here and I'm not having success. Okay, there we are. Now I can get my chest open. Sometimes my little guys get in the way, make it hard to do what I'm trying to do. Okay, so we're going to switch out all that mayonnaise for regular eggs. We'll make regular mayonnaise again, which is fine. And off we go. So let's check the greenhouse. It was looking pretty good yesterday and looking good again today. All right, so I noticed that our preserve jars are ready. We're going to go ahead and stop by here, make this part of the morning chore since we're here. And we're going to refill with ancient fruit. All right. And let's see what was in there before. Ancient fruit jelly. So cool. That's a good money maker. So we're just going to pop all these in. And what I'm doing is just holding my right mouse button down and sliding it back and forth. That's how you refill it. When I have one left, I know I haven't missed any of the preserve jars. There's 20 inside and one outside. So that's 21. Same thing for the wines. Eventually, we're going to expand this. We're going to put many more preserve jars and kegs in the shed, and then we'll expand it. You have to go to Robin and expand it, and we'll put even more. So it'll be full, and it'll be making some really good money for us. But at this point, I don't have enough produce to expand it and be able to keep it going. So we're going to wait a little while on that. So that's in our future. All right. And that was starfruit wine that we pulled out, and we're going to put it right down here in this chest. The top and bottom rows that we have going are wines, and the middle one is cheese. And we're going to keep it that way for a while. Eventually, we're going to add another row in the bottom. Again, it's a matter of having enough produce to be able to put that, to keep it filled. So it's like, okay, and so I put it in there for now. That chest is completely full, and I need to reorganize it a little bit. It was a miscellaneous chest that we use for keeping all kinds of miscellaneous things, including stuff that we were going to use for working on the farm, fencing and flooring and stuff like that. And I think that we're going to have to switch some stuff out. There's 2 chests at the end of the bed, but I didn't want to have another chest outside. I don't like those chests along the house, but it's the most convenient spot. I'm trying to organize for convenience so that it can maintain my farm as quickly as I can to be able to get on and do other things. I don't like to spend the entire day doing the miscellaneous chores, so that's why those chests are where they are. It's like, oops, we've got 10 rainbow fish, so it is time to fish a couple of them out, and that way they'll keep propagating. And the purpose of the rainbow fish pond is that they give us special things. We get roe mostly. Sometimes though, it gives us a special item, and I'm trying to get a special item out of that. The special item is very rare. We did get a rainbow shell once, which is not really a rare item. You can go pick them up on the beach anytime, but the very rare item is a really rare chance to get it, but you never know. It's a chance to get it, and I don't want to tell you what it is because I want it to be a surprise. So we'll see if I get it. But in the meantime, we got 29 rainbow fish. It's like, holy crap. We can make all kinds of fish stuff. Any recipe that's going to require fish, we'll be using rainbow fish for it, if it doesn't matter. And there's a number of recipes. You've seen I haven't done a whole lot of cooking, and there's a couple of reasons for that. First off, I don't see the need for it. There's some really good foods that you can make and take into the mine and the skull cavern that help you. There's some foods that have luck in it, and we may do that at some point. But for now, I don't really like the cooking part of it. I don't get into it. At some point, though, we are going to have to make every recipe there is. Again, that's a late game thing. When it comes up time to do that, it's a 100% completion thing. I will do that at that time. So anyway, let's go put this mushroom away. We got, what is it, 2? We've got 2 red mushrooms. That's awesome. I don't really use the mushrooms very much. There are uses for them, but I just don't. I don't use the items that you can create with them, but I want to save them because you never know when you're going to need them for something, like I just said earlier. And we got some pine tar from our trees down below, so we're going to go put that away. Again, we're going to save it up until we need it. Oh, by the way, that seaweed was bothering me, that the seaweed and the algae are out of order, so I thought I got to fix that. And I'm looking at this going, oh my gosh, what are we going to do here? We got to get this stuff out of here. And I thought, okay, and I'm trying to organize it by category. Like I got the floorings together. There's 3 different floorings. Decorative bowl. I wonder if I got a place to put that. And so, decorations, things like that for house decorations that may get used eventually. I was thinking about gift giving, but I very wisely once again checked again, and it's like, oh yes, it hasn't switched over yet. The only person I could really give it on the list of people, I'm working on like 4 people at a time. The only list of those people that I can at this point is Haley, and she can have a coconut. So I thought, you know what, let's go see Haley and give her a coconut. Plus I need to go see Clint and get these geodes popped. So that's a good thing, to go see Clint. Never know, you're gonna might get an artifact. By the way, I want to point out my health. Do you see my health there? Or not my health, my energy. My energy is down because I did not get into bed until after 1 a.m. and therefore it only filled it halfway. So that's why that happens, which is not a huge deal because you can eat food to fill it up, so it's not a big deal. It just happens. It's an annoyance. Hi, Sam. Riding your skateboard. All right, let's see if oh, there she's right there. Haley's often found right at her stove cooking. Do I have a pony on my farm? Oh, that's disappointing. Now, isn't that funny? So apparently you can have, well, not apparently, you can have a horse on a farm, on your farm. And I've done that before for being able to ride around. You go faster. Okay, that's the whole point of it. So what I have found is it's more of an annoyance than anything else. You can't ride it when you go on a cart, like the mine carts. You can't ride it when you go to the Calico Desert. You can't ride it in the mine. You have to jump off of it. So I've seen people that have had the horse on their farm, and I'm seeing the same thing that I saw when I did it myself. I just found it to be an annoyance. I didn't really, Clint, where the heck are you? Why are you not there? I really got to find out Clint's schedule. Look at this. Blacksmith's open 9 to 4. So why is he not there? It happens often. I mean, he must have days off and it's just not mentioned on the map. And I probably ought to find out because I get annoyed a lot by doing that. So anyway, the horse, the pony, or whatever it is. So when I first started playing, I thought, oh, that's a cool thing. And I bought a horse and built a little farm, got a little, I don't know what you call it. It's a little stall, I guess. It's a horse stall. And I just found it to be more annoying, more frustrating. And so I just don't. And like I've said, that one playthrough I mentioned earlier, that person uses their horse all the time. But I'm always seeing them get on it and get off it and get on it and get off it. I thought, that's really annoying. And I'm not in that big of a rush. It doesn't make me go that much faster. And that person also drinks coffee all the time so that they can run faster. So I don't want to bother with that. I guess I could, but I don't need to. For the things that I'm doing, I don't need to run faster. I mean, there's a walk feature in this game, and I do have it on run, but I don't need to. It's not worth the hassle factor for me, the horse or the coffee. So I talked about the quarry earlier. It had been a while since I had come to the quarry, and I thought, you know what? Instead of going into the mine today, let's check out the quarry. And so far, we've got 7 gold ore, so that's not bad. And we've got we don't have any extra geode yet, but you never know, you're going to get one. Plus, you get really special items here sometimes. You can get artifacts. I do believe this is where we got our first dinosaur egg. You can get prismatic shards. I got 2 prismatic shards in this quarry early on in the game. I don't know if you guys have watched the early episodes, but if you haven't, you should check it out. Or look at the titles if you don't want to watch all of them. Go look at the titles of all of the episodes of this, and it does say 2, I think it says 2 prismatic shards, and it was in one day in this quarry. So obviously you're not getting any today, but I was like, what? I couldn't believe it. That had never happened to me. I didn't know it could happen. So it was really a cool surprise. Regarding surprises, I have said many times, and I'll just say this again for reiteration, I do not believe in false advertising. This is not a blind playthrough. So when I get to the 86% mark, then I will be accessing content I've never accessed before. But I don't want to tell you that it's a blind playthrough when it's not. I've seen people that it really is blind playthroughs. You can definitely tell it's a blind playthrough. I've also seen people that it's obvious that it's not. That they've either read wikis end to end, or it's not a blind playthrough. So I'm not gonna lie to you and do false advertising, so you'll do click, and I call that clickbait. I'm not going to do that. So this is not a blind playthrough, but there are surprises. By the way, look at that, 11 gold ore from the quarry. We only got 20 something from the mine last time, but that helps our stock. Look at that. Where are we at? There we go, 56. So I'm not going to do false advertising. I'm not going to tell you things that are not true. I don't believe in that. So I will be honest with you and tell you. I will tell you when I come across something I haven't seen before. And that has happened in the 103 episodes that we've gotten so far. That has happened a number of times. And it's always a nice surprise when it does. Like I said, those 2 prismatic shards in one day, that had not happened to me before. So anyway, it's 7:20 p.m. so we can do a few things here. Keep that charcoal kiln making charcoal, making coal. And so we'll just do a few things while we end out the day. Right now, and you saw me throwing those seeds away. I also threw that winter root. I see absolutely no purpose for winter root. I've got some stored away in my chest, but I don't know anything you can do with them. I don't know if there's any recipes that they have. You can't put them in the preserve jars. I tried that one day. That didn't work. So I don't know what good it is. I don't know what good winter roots are. If you know a use for them, if you're one of those people that plays the game and is watching this, let me know. By the way, secret word of the day is gold. So use the word gold down in the bottom in the comments section, and please do it in a sentence. So don't say the secret word of the day is gold. Be creative and make my day. It makes me smile when I see that. I mean, truly, I'm smiling right now when I'm saying it because it does make me smile. So we're just kind of looking around the farm, and I'm thinking while I'm walking around about what we want to do with this area right here. I know I keep saying that, but that's, I mean, literally while I was playing, that's what I was thinking. And I'm looking over here too, and I'm like, all right, I think I know what I'm going to do with this area, the main part of this area down here. But I've got a lot of ideas. Eventually, in the springtime, we're going to do a progression screenshot session, as I've done before. We'll show day 1 where we actually it's day 2 where we planted our 15 parsnips that Mayor Lewis gifted us, and then I'll show what the farm currently looks like. And I want to wait till spring because I want it to really be popping with after planting everything, and it looks so beautiful. We'll wait and do it then. So that'll be like, here it is currently, and then we're going to do a screenshot of the 11-year farm. So it'll be these 3 shots in a row, and it's really cool to see that. It looks like, wow, look how far we've come. We've come a really long way. The 11-year screenshot is kind of what I'm doing. That's the blueprint that I'm using to create this farm. I'm going to change it a little bit. Let's see, $3.79, that's not bad on the deluxe speed grow. I'm going to change it a little bit, but not much, because I really like the way that it looks and I don't want to reinvent the wheel. So I'll just be making a few changes here and there, but we'll do that in the springtime, so stay tuned for that. If you don't want to wait for it, in my I told you about the main YouTube channel, there's that playlist there for game reviews. There's a Stardew Valley game review, and in that review I do show a screenshot of the 11-year farm. So if you want to see what it looks like before I do that in the springtime, that's coming up in 8 days, actually 9 days, then you can go check it out yourself. So it's 9:30. It's a little bit early, but that's okay. I don't have anything else I need to do today. It'll be the end of our episode. And so thank you so much for following along. Please give that video a like. Please subscribe if you have not. And the most important thing, though, is I want you to have a wonderful rest of your day.